We'd called another real estate agent and they never called back like for 2 weeks, and so I was recommended Oz Property by the neighbour, and Nick came out the same day to have a look at it.
Oh yeah, I went through, did my rental assessment. It came back, look, we're looking at about $230 a week on the property. It had been previously tenanted before through another agent. Now the property wasn't left in the best condition, to say the least. So we got one of our handymen to go down there, do a quote on some painting and carpeting, get the place up to scratch and make it look really good.
He's straight on anything. He had the painters and floor guy take care of everything, and even their quote was under by $1,000 of what my mother thought we should be paying for it.
Now, with our tradesperson going through with no paint or walls, it cost them $3,950. In that cost, they'll recuperate about an extra $65 a week, so the property will now rent for $295. In that, within about the first 13 months, they'll recover all the costs for the renovations and then more in pocket.
We could get more value out of it, higher rent for doing the place up.
When going out to Fisher Terrace and going out to lots of other properties, especially ones that need a bit of work, it's very easy to walk out there and first thing you say to the person is, look, your house is $1 million, I'm going to rent it for X amount. But you know, I'm not of that stigma. I like to tell people the truth about how their property really is. If you did this to your house and you did this, you may be able to get an extra 30 or 40 bucks a week. The market's always going to dictate that, but by doing that, you're being upfront, and that's what I'm about, you know, integrity and honesty and saying things how they are. You know, we want to work with people to help them build their portfolio and build their investment opportunities.
The other units are getting about $245, $250, and my mother wanted at least about $280, and that's what Nick sort of said, but then we ended up getting $295.
Now, with that, it kind of comes down to the importance of making sure that you choose the right agent and you choose the right person to look after your property. We did take this one over from a previous agent. Now that was facilitated quite easily, within about 15 minutes. It was very easy to do. There's a common misconception that it can be quite difficult. That's quite far from the truth.
The day after we'd signed the agreement, then the new tenant, he called Nick looking for a property, and straight away he said, I've got a great little place in Fulham Gardens, and so yeah, it was just like that, which was very impressive.
You know, choosing the right agent means that they're going to have a well looked after property, they're going to decrease the depreciation of that property, it's going to be looked after better quality of tenant and a lot higher rental yield. And not only with those renovations are they going to have a better tenant, they're going to have a nice big tax write-off come tax time, and they're going to have a better experience. I
thought you would get a lot higher of a percentage as well from the weekly rent, but it was actually really, really decent, and I was very impressed. And Nick is easy to talk to as well. Nothing came across as salesy, like he wasn't trying to sort of get me to, you know, agree to something that I wasn't entirely happy with and stuff. Talked through the whole process.